surrounded by water. The only way you could get to and from the island is with a boat. So here I am, living on this island full-time, year-round. And my parents gave me a canoe, similar to our kayak, but gave me a canoe to get back and forth to school every day. I know, oh my gosh, isn't that crazy? So not only did I take a canoe to school every day, but my father really wanted a daughter that was an American Indian. And he chose me to be that person. So I was never allowed to cut my hair till I was 19. I had these long braids. I wasn't allowed to wear pants to school or pierce my ears or shave my legs. So you gotta visualize me in my long braids, in my red canoe, canoeing to school every day. Every day. I didn't let wind, water, waves, rain, anything that happened get in the way of getting to school. I never missed a day. So while all this is going on, you gotta picture this island. It's got 29 cottages and one year-round house. And that was our house. So all these other 29 cottages, for 100 years, dumped their trash on our property. For 100 years, that's a lot of trash. It became a mountain of trash. So my dad, ahead of his time, said to the other islanders, hey, you cannot drop your trash on our property anymore. You have to put it in its own garbage bag, put it on your boat, take it to mainland, put it in your car, and take it to your regular house. That's like 4 additional steps to haul trash. People don't want to do it. So they said, no, Mr. Tremaine, we're going to continue to dump our trash on your property. Mark, thank you. So my dad went and bought a chain link fence and chain linked in, of the 6-foot chain link fence, chain linked in the 10 acres. So now not only did I have to take a canoe to school every day, I was like chained in. No friends, I couldn't go play with the other kids on the other side of the chain link fence. And the chain link fence was locked by this chain. This very chain. I went there and we were locked in. And we just wanted to play with some kids. We just wanted to go over there. So once in a while, my dad would unlock the padlock, let us go over to the other side of the island where the people were. Imagine you kids not having any kids to ever play with. So we'd go over to the other side of the island and the kids would all run and hide in their houses because there were the Tremaine kids who made us put our trash on our boat to mainland, in our car, into our regular house. And the parents would say to the other kids, if it wasn't for those Tremaine kids, we could just dump our trash right over there. So we didn't have any friends, so we'd go through the lock every once in a while, but not all the time. So I want you to fast forward a couple of years. I'm 10 now. I'm sitting on the end of our dock, and I'm bouncing, my tippy toes going in and out of the water, in my braids, looking at mainland where I could see some lights, and those lights looked like a city. And I wanted to get off the island into the city. If I didn't mention this, the island is in the middle of Lake Fenton. So right here in Genesee County, this is all happening. I had to get to that city, and I wanted to work and help people and give back to my community, but I didn't know how I was going to get there, but I knew I was going to get there. And that day, at that moment, I made my first goal. And I remember it as clearly today as the day that I did it. And I have been an outstanding goal setter since that time. So, fast forward, I eventually did get off that island. I grew up, I got off, I went to the city, I worked hard, I give back to my community. And then when I had a son, and when he would turn to 14, my father died. So we had an opportunity to go live back on that island. My son is here today. Wyatt, stand up. Here he is, he's 19 now. So when we were 14, I said, son, pack your bags, because we're going to live on an island. And you're gonna live just like I lived when I was 14. He said, Mommy, you can't be serious. I said, I absolutely am serious. So he definitely did not believe me. I had the bags packed, had the groceries in, and he's like, okay, so let me get this right. We gotta take all this groceries, all this laundry, in the car, to the dock, into the boat, onto the island, then up to the house. And he said, and you do this every day? I said, every day. So we get to the island, we got our groceries and our clothes. He said, what is the first thing we're gonna do? I said, we're gonna go out to that gate with some bolt cutters and we're gonna cut off that chain. And that's exactly what we did. And we cut off the chain and we opened up the I affectionately call it the Gate of Narnia. And we walked through and there were kids playing and people having fun and they were like, how are you doing? And a generation had changed and they didn't even remember now that there was a mountain of trash. They didn't remember that we made them put their trash on their boat. So the point of my story is I wanted to come together that I didn't let very uncool hair, braids, or the fact that I took a canoe to school every day, or the fact that I let this chain hold me back, this gate from playing with other kids. I met all those goals, overcame all those goals. So I want today that I can wake you up, and maybe there's a goal that you set when you were little, and you met that goal and you didn't even realize it. And here you are today, a better person because of it. So something that helped me realize and find my strengths is this book that I want to give to the most people who paid the most attention today, called Strength Finder. And there's a little card in here, and you can go online and it'll help you identify what your strengths are. Mine happen to be goal setting. I set goals before breakfast. I set goals before lunch. I set goals for tomorrow and next week. In fact, I'm not even a really big person on what's your 5-year goals or your 10-year goals. That's too far out. I want minute by minute. And I might set a goal today and not reach it for 5 years, but I'm not setting that goal too far out. So, having said that, I want to thank my son Wyatt for coming here today, all the way from Midland, where he studies automotive management at the university. And I want to thank the Expo for having me today. And if you guys have any questions, I'll be happy to field those. Everybody's good? Okay.
Who won the kayak?
Oh, yes. We're going to auction off the kayak. Raffle. Rebecca is getting me the box with all of the names in it. And ladies, did you get or want a Strength Finder book?
I'm a wooer.
Oh my gosh, I want mine autographed.
I'm a woo. Yeah, I've done it before. I've done it.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, I'm a woo.
Oh, so you don't need it?
No, I bought it.
Well, thank you. Thank you. You need a computer, ma'am. Do you have a computer? Okay. A lady, the last time I gave this speech, I said, I'm giving you permission to quit what you're not good at. Okay? How you're done what you're not good at. And then, so it gives you a time to focus on what you're really good at. So I got done with it, and a lady came up to me and said, Jennifer, are you saying that I don't have to clean my house anymore? Because I am not good at that. I said, that's exactly what I'm saying to you. Hire that done, but free your time up to be something that you're great at, and get better at it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. For example, when you're in school, they teach you, study your math, go memorize your timetables, do it. But I'm saying, if you're not good at math, don't do it. And take that time and focus on what you are really good at. Thank you, and I thank you. Okay, Rebecca, these are all of the people who have entered to win the kayak. Wow, this is a lot of slips. I'm going to mix these up. And then who would like to draw the card? You'll draw?
Right there.
Okay.
He looks honest.
He is my microphone. Dig deep in there. Draw one. This person has the same name as you. Joy Ransom. Joy Ransom? Not in the house?